Connection is still set to Wi-Fi, and whenever I'm streaming or downloading something fast, the Wi-Fi seems to take a dump. Thanks, Comcast. This is imposing. Probably gonna get that containment level 6 pretty soon, huh? Wolf Globe. No unique procedures required. However, contact should be limited as some report feeling disoriented after touching it. Item is handmade, set in dark wood. The item itself is lacquered, hand-painted, spins freely on all its axes. While the continents and oceans are recognizably those of Earth, careful examination has revealed numerous anomalies and other geographic additions that do not exist on our planet. One of these islands has a city marked on it named Tanrelio. There are no signatures left by its maker. Physical contact renders subjects dizzy and disoriented, with some reporting a feeling of unfamiliarity with their surroundings. This effect seems to grow worse with prolonged contact, culminating in a sense of listlessness and depression. Suicide has been observed in some handlers. So it's like rigging them up with an alternate reality where the Earth is a little bit different. You guys want to fight yet? No? Okay, there's Panopticon. So that's progress. Altered item, cell breach.
P6 is what the Bureau calls Dylan. His cell's been breached. Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him?
Break out on his own. Who can say? Maybe they really aren't going to make me fight in here yet. Just as I say that, that's when shit's going to get crazy. All of that. Okay, and that's wide open now. Nope. What if I don't want to do that? Hey, did I check that one? Yeah. I feel like they're throwing those things out just to kill me every once in a while.
We discovered the oldest house while investigating a suspected altered world event case in the New York City subway tunnels. The agents found their way up into the building. Once we became aware of it, it was there. For the rest of the population, it was hiding in plain sight. A slippery blind spot, seemingly discouraging observation. It's a place of power. An ongoing AWE of its own, seemingly adhering to its physical outer constraints and yet constantly breaking the known boundaries of reality. It's unstable, shifting. Note, for more details on control points and the research and process to stabilize and secure the core sectors, refer to a separate presentation. After extensive research and investigation, the Bureau made the building its headquarters on November 13th, 1968. The Federal Bureau of Control was never out in the open. This was always an obfuscated, classified top secret operation. So imagine our surprise when the building's observation-resistant aspects began in some unquantifiable way to affect the Bureau as a whole.
That was a little glitchy. Like they recorded over it and didn't quite clear it all. Film doesn't work that way, but who knows? Yeah, I guess I'll let him in. They really didn't make me fight here. Oh. Hi Dylan. Think they're ever gonna make me fight in here? Well, that's lovely, huh? Huh. Who's screaming? I guess I don't have a gun in here, so combat's not really a thing.
It's been a long time since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Were things as hard for him as they were for me? Maybe in here, they were even harder.
Giggity. Oh, hey.
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jessie, the new director. I need to get inside.
New director? Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art repository for all altered items.
Don't have time for
objects,
this.
Power and...
I was told Dylan Faden was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Faden? Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV, it's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there.
Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that. Here, I'll get the door for you. And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Thanks, Langston.
better not get blamed for this mess in the next performance review. I have a cat to feed.
Great.
The Panopticon. Dylan's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find him.
Fact. Yay. Anything else down here? Just more stairs. See, my mods are filling up. Yeah. Ooh, level 5. For a weapon I haven't been using. That's a new one. Okay. Cool. More items. Can I have all these things? I need more power. Or whatever. No, that's where I am.
Something went wrong with
Up
the
we
Bureau's
go.
plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
Hey, fuck you.
Hello? Is anyone there?
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God. Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My ship replacement never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn.
I can't. I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back. I promise.
Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
After Dylan has been found. Shatter's ready to upgrade. Oh, right. Man. Charge. And next time we get a corrupted sample, we can make that. Exploded. Well, shit. Sorry, pal, I tried. Oh, you did live. You're just down here. Okay. That makes me feel better. Oh, oh. That's why they did so much damage. Man, these guys all kick my fucking ass. Kinda wish I could turn those off. I'm sure they're a great source of gear and stuff, but just kind of sucks to run into a wall of enemies I practically can't kill. Yeah. I just got the control point. They just do not drop the house members. I wonder if I have to go back to an early area and just fight stuff. I'm not allowed to grab that body because it's holding the door open.
That's the object of power. I need to cleanse it.
And away we go. Behold the holy television. Worship it. Dang. We told you you could go down there. Bastard. Doesn't seem to be any cool stuff in here. Man. No damage. Well, I'm not sure I got hit that whole fight.
Can't stand a chance against this. No one here does.
Yeah.
Okay, the TV. Another object of power gone nuts. Here we go again.
The crew of the White Ocelot first encountered a strange spherical phenomenon while fishing in somewhere. Witnesses described it as a black sphere with faint light behind it. It hovered just off the bow of the ship. The crew tried to fight it by throwing a tin bucket, which disappeared into the sphere. Soon after, the vessel lost structural integrity. The ship's metal rusted and fell apart within minutes. As the ship sank, the sphere lowered into the water. A passing fishing vessel called the Something rescued the 4 surviving crew. Agents were dispatched to the White Ocelot's last known coordinates and began diving operations. On the ocean floor, the agents found the sphere. The ship was entirely destroyed except for its anchor. As agents lifted the anchor off the ocean floor, they noticed the sphere behaved in conjunction with the anchor, moving and stopping as one. Contact with the sphere was avoided, but handling the anchor proved harmless. The item was transported by the FBC to the U.S. port of somewhere. Arriving in New York, it was brought to the Bureau via the subway. Fuck if I know. Get cleansed, biatch. Levitation. That's what I was looking for. Ooh. Can I do that forever? Fuck you, pal. Height after a little bit. Fuck y'all.
Okay, dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
Cool. The lantern was discovered at a street-side ramen shop in Tokyo, Japan, named something. The shop gained immense popularity due to this item, the shining beacon hanging in its doorway. A visiting documentarian was similarly enthralled by the crimson luster of the lantern and helped it find international acclaim through a television series highlighting the world's finest restaurants. Audiences' interest in the lantern brought it to the attention of the Bureau, and soon the lantern found its way here, to us. I write this as I sit beside this very item. Its light is so comforting, so familiar. It reminds me of summer nights when I was a boy. The sun setting, the air warm, the chittering song of the evening insects. The lantern knows we all want to feel safe, at home, secure in the knowledge that the world won't change and neither will we. We'll be young and happy forever here in its glow. The author of this document was detained shortly after this case file was distributed. Individual handling of the item is now prohibited. Information in this document may be compromised by the author's obvious infatuation with the item. Oh, now they can put them in goofy ass places. Because I'm allowed to fly over to them. They definitely put those guys there just to show me that I need to go that way. Well, it worked, alright? Oh, great, it's a giant swan. I love that. There's a whole lot of things I hated in this game, isn't there? How soon, balloon? Ah, the water cooler.
Dylan. He's so close.
Potentially so close. Yeah, he got some serious rigging just for himself.
Can you hear me? Jesse.
"9:30 a.m. Breakfast is brought. 11:54 a.m. Gets out of bed, uses toilet, returns to bed. 11:57 a.m. Asks for television to be turned on. Staff do so. 12 p.m. Lunch is brought. Breakfast is removed. 12:02 p.m. Eats lunch. 12:38 p.m. Uses toilet. 4:03 p.m. Begins talking to self. Recording speech is not possible due to noise from television. 4:07 p.m. Becomes upset. Throws lunch tray at glass. 4:09 p.m. Sedated. Crew clean the cell. Television is turned off. 6:12 p.m. Comes to. Asks for television to be turned on. Staff refuse. 6:16 p.m. Sleeps? Television privileges were refused due to hostile behavior.
Are you there, Jesse?
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way.
He doesn't look too friendly, does he?
We need to get back.
I have to see my brother.
Yeah, okay, well, give me a minute later. Oh, I found him. So I need to go help that guy right now. I have a feeling this quest can be failed. Any goodies in here? This is quite the room you got here, pal. I suppose I can get a fast travel point in here. That would be nice. It's so freeing to be able to do this. Yay. So there's nothing in here. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, level 6, don't have it. I'm definitely gonna need a list to find all these rooms. Wonder if I can get up any higher. Can't quite get high enough from there. Doesn't seem like I can jump to either. May just not be a thing right now. Here I come, buddy. Yeah. Yay! Is that what I was waiting for? Probably. Duration. Yeah, I think I want to go for levitate upgrades after this. Personal mudslide. I don't get anything after that, I guess. Yeah? Whatever that is. Don't care too much about shield. Our launch damage would be good. Still can't do any of this stuff. Let's get even more energy. Hello. Let's get that. Actually. No, I don't want it.
Eyes open.
Hey, what can I do?
Oh, you're back. Oh, thank you, thank you. If I look away, I don't know what this thing will do. You have to get me out of here. The door can only be opened by the Panopticon supervisor. That's Langston, if he's still around.
Langston. Yeah, I know him. I'll go ask him how to get you out.
Please hurry. My eyes, they can't.
Hey, calm down. Just focus. What's your name?
Focus. Right. My name's Philip, and I think I can hold on for a bit. It's just my eyes. My eyes hurt so much.
Just hang on, Philip.
Oh. Cool. I guess if you're within the same zone, you'll just pop to where you were.
Numerous cell breaches on every level. These hiss things are a bad influence.
There's someone named Philip up in a cell. He's watching a refrigerator and very rapidly losing it.
Philip? Oh shit, I forgot about fridge duty. He's been in there for over a day, I totally forgot.
You forgot about him?
There's a lot going on. The hiss, the Benikoff TV. Considering the number of things I'm juggling, ma'am, I think it's...
Listen, it's fine. We just need to get him out of there. He said you'd be able to open the cell door?
Yeah, I can unlock it on my terminal. There. Done. Door open. But Philip can't just leave. The fridge is behaving erratically. Ocular contact is the only thing that seems to placate it. If we don't have someone in there watching it 24/7, people will die.
I'll figure something out. I'm pretty good with these things.
Being pretty good with altered items isn't standard Bureau procedure, ma'am.
He doesn't know us very well.
Do you like working at the FBC?
Sure. I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service. I checked. Better health care. That's not to say I don't like my job, ma'am. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than me. I'm, close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here.
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them.
Did he say
Flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing. It's not superstition if it works.
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them.
Did he say
Flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing.
Oh, wait.
It's
Sorry.
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Think of them like storms. Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OOP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor.
Did you work closely with Trench?
Oh, he spent most of his time with Darling and all them. The inner circle. Not that I care.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl and smoke. Did you know the Bureau has a no-smoking policy? It does. Just not for Trench. Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Hello? Jesse? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Hold on. Incident in question occurred on something that was brought to HR's department's attention by the internal security personnel who intervened. According to a report supported by security camera footage, Agent Filson entered the staff kitchen with the intention of consuming his private meal, a homemade sandwich cut diagonally and packed in a plastic container. A discovered refrigerator had done something to his meal. Agent Filson began to kick the bureau-owned appliance as he expressed his frustration in a loud and profane manner. This behavior caused multiple staff members present to become alarmed. Security was alerted soon after. Filson complied with security's demands to desist. Agent Filson was reprimanded and suspended for the remainder of the ongoing work week. Review committee recommends one non-mandatory counseling session.
Philip?
Bro.
If I look away, it hurts me. This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it. Fuck?
Whoa. Fuck you, bro. Hole in the floor. I didn't even see it. Where are you gonna drop me? Here. Okay.
Hello? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Philip? If I look away, it hurts me. This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it. What the fuck?
Fuck! Why wouldn't it fucking grab it? It was right in front of me. Not loving this. I ran out of the way of the thing, I tried to jump out of the way of the thing, I dodged out of the way of the thing, and I got hit every single time. I don't know if I get it to hit the pillars, if that will help. I'm aiming straight at those balls, and it grabs something else. By the time I can grab the one, he's shot another, and then they hit each other, and I don't do damage.
Hello? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Philip? If I look away, it hurts me. This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it. What the fuck?
Yet again, it didn't grab it. Well, I guess I'm gonna grind this out a little bit. See what happens.
Hello? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Philip? If I look away, it hurts me. This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it. What the fuck?
There was loud swearing to be had there. I muted it so you didn't have to hear it. I almost fucking had that if I hadn't fallen down that goddamn hole. It turns out I can dodge the arms. Easier when you're further away from it. It's this load time that's killing me. If it just loaded me back into the fight, it wouldn't be nearly so fucking frustrating.
Hello? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
I hear the dialogue over and over, and I gotta do the button prompt over and over. I know they gotta give you an option of not doing the fight.
If I look away, it hurts me.
And you gotta wait for the fight to start. Come on, dude. This is shit from 10-15 years ago that you should have figured out by now.
Sounds like the board, but I can't understand it.
What the fuck? Where are these holes coming from? They're harder than the fucking boss. I gotta look up to see him. How am I supposed to look down at the floor at the same goddamn time, dude? Alright, I'm muting this until it's done.
Hello? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Philip?
If I look away, it hurts me. This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it. What the fuck?
I'm coming in.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Philip?
If I look away, it hurts me. This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it.
Fuck? There's no Black Pyramid.
Okay.
The fridge seems fixed. Did fighting that thing off change something?
Cheese and crackers, man. An Arctic Queen brand electric refrigerator model from the 1960s. No cooling functionality. The door is decorated with crayon illustrations by a kid or something. The illustrations cannot be removed from the item. All attempts have failed. The paper cannot be burned or torn. Oh, this is from that thing we found forever ago. The item first came into the Bureau's attention after it survived the collapse of a New York City's Grand Central Hotel, where it served as an appliance in apartment number rented by a man named Name. It became the subject of local infamy after surviving the building's collapse undamaged. Mr. Name, who was out of the building at the time of the collapse, sometime p.m., retained ownership of the item until 1974 when the Bureau purchased the item through a false identity. Oh, my heart is pounding. What do you got for me, Langston? Oops.
Hey, listen to this. Containment failure in Panopticon cell 69. Get it? 69.
Bro, shut up.
How'd it go? Where's Philip?
Philip's gone. something happened before I could get him out.
Poor Philip. He never did like fridge duty. But if you're here, then who's watching the fridge?
The fridge is fine now. I took care of it.
You don't just take care of altered items. What did you do?
I touched it and wound up in the astral plane. This thing was in there. It was huge, had one big eye. Wasn't friendly.
We've been getting reports from the astronauts lately about something fitting that description. The astral plane is usually connected to our world through objects of power, not altered items. If this thing is linking itself to altered items, then it's clearly powerful. This may happen again.
Do you think that thing is what got Philip?
Must have been. The Panopticon is a dangerous place. The agents all know the risks. But, since you're some sort of altered item whisperer, I've got a list of others for you to corral. The Hiss are causing containment breaches left, right, and center. Here, start with these. I'll see if there are any others missing while you're gone. My life just got a whole lot easier.
Great, pal. Ooh, Billy
I'll see you
Butts.
later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Oh, man. Huh. Moving letters. Traffic light. Paper lantern. No, they're all over the place. Hand chair. So there's a traffic light in here somewhere, huh? Screw you guys, I've been through some shit. Did I go far enough to despawn them? That's fine. Oh, they're back. Ugh. Floor 2. So that elevator skipped a bunch of floors. There's more shit to find. Hey, it's that globe. Huh? What's this now? New zone. One of those huge things is in here. That's bad. That's real bad. Oh, Jesus. It's the only thing in here, really? Consecutive kills boost, huh? I feel like I'd come back into a room like this for more than that, but... Oh, that thing went upstairs. That's great. Nobody likes you, bro.
TV! Let's watch Junkies in Space!
It's not safe.
But Star Captain here! Can I poke it with a stick?
Okay. Bureau rule number 74. Always be suspicious of things that weren't there before.
What?
Looks safe to me.
Junkies in Space!
Wait! It's not even plugged in!
Uh-oh. Well, that'll learn you. Oh no. Oh, missed you. In this proposal, I'd like to explore the matter of containment policy. When an altered item enters the oldest house, we thoroughly investigate any possible combination of actions, or words, or material that will prevent the item from applying its altered effect. However, I work with these entities every day, and I have a good reason to believe that a less convoluted form of containment is possible. These items crave attention. If we initiated a series of rituals praising the items, or perhaps incorporating their images into pieces of art that could be visited throughout the Bureau, I believe the altered items would behave without needing to resort to violence or whatever, which only led the items to feeling mistreated. If we treat them like criminals, we can't be surprised when they try to escape. Fair enough. Dude. I'm busy. I really hate those things. I wish I had a way to kill them. Damn. Fuck you. Man, I'm getting everything but the thing I need to upgrade this gun. Oh shit. I heard that guy. I wondered if that was gonna happen. Jesus. Not fucking many. Oh my god. The hell were you guys protecting? Anything? Who knows? Okay, bye. I don't know if I got everything in there, but did my best. Well, that was exciting. What else we got down here? Tree. Oh, the pram. I guess I'm not going to be getting every item that's mentioned. Not that I really should have expected that, but who knows, man? Could have been cool. Could have been cool. Well, I need to take a little break. We will see you guys later.